Well, hello. Johnny Van West here comes. You're like, whoa, with a lot of reverb from the Postcard Studio. How's everybody doing tonight? Happy to see you here. Please leave me a comment so I know that you're in the room and I'll say hello to you. Let's get the party started, shall we? Sounds like we're a little hot. Any comments about the sound, put them in the comments. That would be great. I think we've got it dialed in pretty well, but just in case, you know how it goes. We're going to turn that down just a hair. All right. I got my own sweetheart back in my arms again. And that good Mr. Bluebird is working his charms again. And Lady Luck is taking her a sweet old turn. We got happiness to burn. Turn this down a little bit. So don't ever go, don't ever be a fool again. I got my heart on my sleeve and it's dedicated to you. Keep the fire warm until that moment I return. We'll have happiness to burn. We'll have happiness to burn. On the day you left, my skies turned gray, and the sun came out and the teardrops dried. When you decided to stay, I got my old sweetheart back in my arms again. And that good Mr. Bluebird isn't working his charms again. And Lady Luck, she's taking her sweet old turn. We got happiness to burn. Keep the fire warm until that moment I return. We'll have happiness to burn. Well, all right. I'm super excited to be here with you guys tonight. I'm just still tweaking the sound here. We have a new setup in a new corner of the Postcard Studio. So do let me know how the sound is. If it's sounding great, I'd love to hear that in the comments. And if there's something that you can't quite hear or seems out of balance with other instruments or voices and so forth, feel free to leave a comment. Anyway, and send us the love. So really special time tonight. A couple things going on. One is Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Tonight is second Sunday. I'm usually at Blue down on Congress Street, legendary small listening room here in Portland. And I decided to stay home tonight because of the way Omicron's kind of going around. And they were just great about that. So thank you. Shout out to Blue. Love you guys. I'll be back next month. Sorcha, Crib and Merrill will be joining me next month. And if you know her, you know it's going to be a good time. So we're going to have a great time next month. Please do come out second Sunday at Blue. But tonight we're live in the Postcard Studio where it's always 70 and sunny. You know the drill. Tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time will be my first Monday edition of Postcards. That's going to be live on Facebook and YouTube on the Postcards page. We've got mail. I picked up the mail today. We've got a bunch of mail to read. We got a letter from Grandma. You know about Grandma. You don't know about Grandma, you need to show up tomorrow, okay? And then let's see, what else do we got tomorrow? We got Deals and Steals. I got Deals and Steals in my mailbox, so we're going to be talking about that. and telling you what's coming up the next couple of weeks on postcards. So that's Postcards with Jenny Van West over on Facebook and also here on YouTube. You can like and subscribe, etc. So let's see who we got here. Who's here tonight? All right, Kathy Marshall, my neighbor. Nice to see you here. Let's see, who else we got here? All right, sounds good. Thanks for the feedback, Kathy. I really appreciate that. So we have a really special guest for you here tonight, and I'm just getting ready to bring him in. We've been having a great time getting this set up and getting ready for this show. And that is Baxter Van West, the one, the only. And let's see. Let me find my little blurb that I wrote about him. Sounds very professional. I want to introduce him properly. And I'm doing so with his permission, even though I'm his mother. Here it is. At 19, Baxter's playing. Already draws deep from the wells of traditional fiddle tunes, Elizabeth Cotten, Chet Atkins, and Tommy Emmanuel, with more than passing twinges of Rage Against the Machine and Nirvana. A true lover of tradition and innovation, Baxter's cascading harmonics and full band sound will have you engaged and wanting more. Please make welcome to the Postcard Studio, Baxter Van West. Well, hello, Baxter.
Hello. Nice to see
I'm going to take off. I'm going to try not to shout into the mic. How's it going?
It's going on. It's going okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I got my cup of tea.
All right. Cool. I'm going to get this set up so you can hear both of us.
Yeah. Get this. I was hiding behind the curtain.
Yeah, Baxter's hiding behind the curtain. So sneaky. So let's see. And if you're listening, let me just make a reminder. If you leave a comment, I'll be able to see who's here, and we can give you a shout out on the air. So we're going to be playing some songs tonight. I'm going to be playing some originals. Baxter's going to be playing various and sundry. And what do you got lined up for us, Baxter? Do you have a general assessment of that, or?
Yeah, I have a general idea, but it would be so much more fun if instead of saying what I was going to play,
actually playing it.
I just played it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Right?
That sounds good.
Or I could talk about playing guitar. Instead of
Okay.
playing.
I don't think that's why the people are here.
I don't actually play guitar. I just own several of them.
That's not true. That's not true.
I like to act like I'm playing guitar. I play a lot of air guitar. There we go. In the mirror, just like, pretend I'm the next Tom Morello,
So, Baxter, we haven't been on stage together in a little while.
We have not.
We have not. And I'm thinking you might have been about 9 or 10 last time we did. No, 12. I think it was at the songwriting contest. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think you were 12. I think that was the last time we played together. And now you're 19, and
it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. All right. Well, you want to take it away?
Sure.
All right.
Okay. I was debating like what I should play first, but you gotta bring it in with some energy. So this is a piece of bossa nova by the great Antonio Carlos Jobim. It's about drinking water or something.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Baxter. That was awesome. So, if you're just joining us, welcome to the Postcard Studio. I'm here with my dear son and special guest tonight, Baxter Van West, and I want to give a shout out to Leslie Jarvis. Nice to see you here, cousin. Thanks for joining us. We've had kind of a time in our family, and it's been kind of a time for everybody. So don't inhale tea. So anyway, just giving a shout out to you, Leslie, and all the family, and thinking of you guys. And so let's see, what do we want to follow that with? Well, let's see. Is that a new one to you? Because I haven't heard you play in a minute.
That's not all that new. Okay, there we go. That's the last of a T, I think.
Interviewing 101. Don't ask questions when your special guest just inhaled tea. Just note to self.
That's bad form. No, that's not new. I've been playing that one for a while. But, I haven't been playing it around here for a while, so.
Yeah, cool. Is that something you learned with Jimmy or picked up elsewhere?
Yes, that
Okay,
is. Jimmy
Doherty over at Maine Academy of Modern Music, wonderful teacher. And
That's true.
yeah. So I had the wonderful experience just before the show of losing my set list. This is not the first time this has happened. I made the set list on Friday, just so you know. It was there. I was all dialed in.
She's not unprepared.
I'm not unprepared. I've been sharpening my pigtails since Friday.
You're professional.
I am. So I promptly lost my set list. So let me know if there's a song in particular, Baxter, that you would like to hear. I suspect that my oh, this is interesting. I suspect that my set list is with my capo. Can you grab me one of those capos over there? Would you mind? Special guest. Yeah, you should.
Can I reach?
Sorry. I hope you guys are laughing with us or at us. Either one is fine.
Don't laugh at me. Laugh at her. I have a capo ready to go.
Okay. Good.
Hang on. Here's the.
Yeah, but all you had to bring was a guitar and a whole bunch of notes.
Yeah, and I designed my setup that way. That's simply for a reason. It's so I don't lose critical stuff to my show right before it starts.
Oh my God. Well, so I'm gonna be just making this up as I go along. Once again, we were supposed to be live at Blue, and I do apologize that we weren't there tonight. But Omicron and so forth. And Blue has been just tremendously supportive during the pandemic of artists, and just can't say enough good things about Blue. So anyway, Therese, if you're listening, any of the folks at Blue, we love you, and we'll see you next month. All right, so I gave me enough time to figure out what to do next. I'm playing an old one. Cut aside by the willow tree near the center of town. He was wearing his all blue jeans. She was looking at him the way girls do sometimes. Little blue dress, her hair all curls, and a couple of friends, they were talking behind their hands. She was looking at him the way girls do sometimes. And life bring you perfect, just a moment at a time. But if you're always begging on that call, you might think you got nothing at all. Nothing at all. Something is broken, can't be fixed. Was it a dream, or did it exist, or does it really matter anyway? Down at the church there's a rummage sale. Little blue dresses, steal at 50 cents. Hold that one up, I think it'll look real fine. And love makes no sense. It'll make you fall. It might bring you everything. It might leave you with nothing at all. Nothing at all. Ooh. They cut down the old willow tree in the center of town, put in a Dairy Queen. That's the way it goes in this old world sometimes. The Friday night you'll find them there with a couple of friends. They'll be talking behind their hands. She'll be looking at him the way girls do sometimes. And life will bring you perfect, just a moment at a time. But if you're always begging on that call, you might think you got nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Whew, that felt nice. Thank you.
That's a cool noise.
It's a cool noise.
You could
On
make
one
a
of our,
beat
yeah, you know this. These mugs are. I got a matching one tonight. These mugs are straight out of Maine, actually, Waldoboro, Maine. There's a really wonderful potter up there that I've just discovered called. Oh,
That's
thanks.
what
The
I was
Clink.
trying to do the entire time.
Clink. Happy New Year. I believe his name is Douglas Beckler. He's on Etsy and found some really nice mugs for the house on there this winter. We've been enjoying them during the Christmas season.
Ooh, yeah.
Hope you all had a good different holidays. I wanted to, before you play, Baxter's just going to fix up to play another one here. Wanted to mention we're doing a little fundraiser tonight. I'm trying to pay off my layaway at Buck Dancer's Choice. No, it's not for me. It's for the International Music Connection, where I teach through MAM, Maine Academy of Modern Music. So we're raising some money. There's links at the bottom of the screen. There's a little ticker going on there, and there's a couple different ways to contribute. You can send through Venmo, or you can send directly through Maine Academy of Modern Music, in which case it'll be tax deductible. But I'm going to do a drawing of everybody who contributes any amount. Do a drawing for a vinyl record and some stickers and a couple CDs. I'm going to make a nice little package, and there'll be a drawing for that after we get all the donations in. And so if you have an inclination to do so, please just follow the links down in the ticker. I think I did it. All right.
Yeah,
PSA number one. PSA number one.
Okay.
Also, brush your teeth. That's PSA number 2. All right, what you got?
Thanks, Mom. So, I think what I'll do next is just a little bit of some Tommy Emmanuel, and I'll use a switch that I have on my reverb pedal that I almost never use because in most contexts it sounds kind of bad. Hang on. So what it is it's on Strymon Blue Sky, which I recommend. It's this setting called Shimmer, right? And then when I play a note, here, let me turn up the pre-delay a little bit so it's a little easier to hear. There's this high overtone that comes with it, right? That's kind of cool. But what's not cool is when you play like any kind of dissonant chord, like right here. That sounds kind of cool, right? This is a C69 sharp 11, but it has a tritone in the bass, right? So if I put that shimmer setting on, that does not sound.
Yeah, that
good.
sounds pretty bad.
That sounds pretty bad, right? But one place where it does work well is if you're using cascading harmonics, which were mentioned in my introduction. I don't actually use them very much, but it's like, let's see if I can do some here.
Yeah, it makes this nice little chirrup at the end.
Yeah, right?
Especially if you're arpeggiating like you are right there, right?
Yeah, basically. So there's this one Tommy Emmanuel song called Eva Waits that has a lot of dissonant chords in it, so I'm going to have to like lean down for a second and flip this switch so that it sounds good. Because I like it when stuff I play sounds good. That's the goal.
You heard it here first, people.
But anyway, this has some cool harmonics in it. I'm going to use this feature on my pedal because I can, and that's the only reason. Anyway,
Alright,
here you go. This
cool.
is called Eva Waits.
Thank you, Baxter. That is awesome. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Well, like I said to you when Jimmy Doherty was over a couple weeks ago, it's really nice to hang out with players that are better than myself. That's really my goal. So I'm sorry. It's true though. You've been better than me for a long time, my friend.
Is it a competition?
No. I mean, no.
Yes,
I've been.
It is.
Okay. That escalated quickly.
It did.
Well, cheers. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Postcard Studio where we're hanging out. I'm here with my special guest, Baxter Van West. We are not in Blue tonight. My second Sunday gig is on for next month at Blue, but we're home tonight. So I have like a lot of curiosity because, for a long time I had the privilege of listening to you play in the house, because you used to practice and learn things while you're sitting on the couch and so forth. So it's really great to get to hear you play again. I'm curious about, you're at music school now and at Berkeley, and I'm curious about how and if being in music school has changed changed how you feel about playing or changed sort of your approach or anything like that.
I can no longer listen to music without analyzing it. Like it's hard for me to like listen to a song without being like, yes, I like the snare tone on these drums. Or this song is nice, but it could really use some modal mixture. These thoughts that we all have, but don't necessarily have the language for.
Right.
That and I practice a lot more.
Yeah.
Than I did
Yeah,
before,
definitely.
Before going there.
Right, because as you were saying, when you said yes to this gig, you were like, nobody can give me a bad grade.
Yeah, at this point, I have several times been like graded as like my quality as a human being in the eyes of Berkeley staff has been how good my playing is.
Well, that's kind of what music school's sort of trying to teach you. So, right, I suppose. Anyway, we're not going to go there right now. Different conversation.
No.
Yeah.
It's very important before those sorts of things. Take a moment and just remind yourself, my self-worth is not dependent on how well my guitar proficiency exam goes.
Okay. Point taken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's a really good one to learn. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So, we're gonna get it back to talking about your grades later, but
That's not.
I just had to say that no, because we're gonna play a certain song later that had something to do with a particular A+ that you got.
That was a B-, but okay.
What? You did?
Yeah.
You got an A on the project, but you got a B-.
Oh, that song. Oh, I thought you were talking about the other one.
No, we're not gonna play the B- song.
Oh,
we're gonna play the.
It's a Berkeley B-. It's not that bad.
Hey.
That's above average.
B- is. I'm good with a B-.
I'm okay with it. I was not.
Yeah, I always felt solid with a B-. It's like true story. All right. Well, I was thinking. What do you want to play one together? I was thinking about playing in an A.
An A?
Yeah, and let me tell you. So
Are you sure that is A?
Oh yeah, am I sure that is A on the 3rd fret? No, I'm really not. I haven't moved my capo yet. Well, if you're just joining us, I found my capo. It was on the floor.
Did you find your set list?
No, I haven't found my set list yet. Is it on my forehead?
No. That's a good thought, though. It's the first place you should check.
Well, we definitely got some listeners here. Just remind people, feel free to leave a comment so we can, or love or like the post, so we can see that you're here. Let's see what we've got. Oh, Maya. Hey, Maya, what's up? Your Auntie Maya's on here. Nice to see your name pop up. And, okay. All right, let's retune because we care, right? Isn't that how that goes? All right, here we go. Okay, this is a new setup for me, so I appreciate your patience as I move things around and adjust stuff because I want to make sure we got a good audio for you guys. Just be an empty bowl. Let life fill you up. No need to overthink it, 'cause life is enough. When we're overflowing, we got nothing to prove. Just empty yourself and let life live you. Just be that red wagon flying down the street. Let gravity have its way. You can stop with your feet. When we're overflowing, we got nothing to prove. Just head down that hill and let life live you. The sky is golden and the evening's on the land. You got another chance to make it right again. Just be an empty bowl. Let life fill you up. No need to overthink it, 'cause life is enough. When we're overflowing, we got nothing to prove. Empty yourself and let life live you. Let life live you. Let life live you. Oh, nice, Baxter. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Well, we got.
See what I did there? That's the chord I talked about earlier. I played it twice. References.
Were we talking about chords?
That was the chord that I played and tried to make sound bad with the pedal.
Okay.
Same chord. That was the practical application of a C69 sharp 11. I hope you were taking notes. This will be on the test.
Well, all right. Well, that's well, it's really a pleasure to get to pick around with you a little bit. And so I wrote that in Grandma and Grandpa's upstairs rose room down in Maryland.
Yeah, I remember when you wrote that.
Yeah, it was on my last album. Speaking of which, I want to just give a shout out to Shane Alexander, who I think is listening in, and how's it going? And James Guitar is hard. Okay, great. Thank you, Jeff Van West. I'll give a shout out to my husband, Baxter's dad, Jeff Van West. You were upstairs watching the show. Thank you so much for giving us some intel on intel on the guitars. I'm tripping over myself. So I want to give a hello to a couple people here. Linda Atherton, thank you so much for tuning in. And who else we got here? Let's see. We said, I think we got everybody. We caught up with everybody. And hello to Jeff upstairs. Whoops.
Hey, Fred White's watching.
Oh, and Fred White. Hey. Hey, how come you said just said hi to him? Okay, fine. It's not a popularity contest, is it?
No, it's just, you know how there's people that, like, you forget exist, and then they say something to you, and you're like, oh, yeah, that wasn't a fever dream. That's a real human. That's Fred White, to be in a nutshell.
Hey, Fred. Well, what else you got there, Baxter? You got another one?
Probably. Let's see. It's just a question of like, what kind of music do you all want to hear, right? This is where we get some viewer participation. Do you want some jazz, or do you want me to like do some Merle Travisy like American finger picking?
Okay, the question, everybody, is jazz or Merle Travis style picking, and the first person to answer in the comments, you're going to get what you want.
Yeah, that's the
So
way
somebody
it's
please
not
answer, or we're going to be sitting here.
meritocracy.
And while we're waiting for an answer to that question, jazz or Merle Travis
I think it's
style?
Jazz? Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Yep.
All right, Linda, thank you. Appreciate it.
This is, I'll go nice and slow. We're playing, oh, I got a request for Merle too after.
All right, Merle's
There's more
coming
time,
next.
there's more time.
All right, Linda was faster, Jeff.
I'm gonna play this some nice smooth jazz. Fred wants Rage Against the Machine. That's next week.
Next week.
Okay, this is in a sentimental mood. Duke Ellington, gonna play it nice and slow, smooth jazz vibes. .png.
Oh, wow, really nice, Baxter. That was
There you go.
beautiful.
Does that get your jazz fix, Linda? some jazz?
That one goes out to Linda and everybody. There's been a little complaint about how fast Linda was to request that, and so I think you're gonna have to play Merle next.
Like right now?
No, I think
Oh.
no, I think people can wait.
Yeah.
People can wait a minute.
It's nicer.
I'm having a little trouble with this one. I'm just gonna crank this really hard. Oh, that doesn't move. There we go. Okay. Well, I'm thinking about playing another one here, and so before we kind of go country, because I think there's gonna be a country turn at least for a couple minutes. You want to play another one together?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Thinking let's play in the key of B.
Key of B.
And there's a story that goes along with this one. It has a new story. I've told the same story every single time about this, but now I have a new story. Yeah, so you wanna
Sure. So
take it away?
One of the classes I had to take this semester was Intro to Music Technology, and it is as interesting as it sounds. It's not that boring.
I thought you had fun with that.
I did have fun with it. On the first day of class, my professor, who if anybody watching this is like thinking of going to Berkeley, try to get Michael Moss, because he does a cool thing, and that is that if you do a song that your mom wrote for any of the projects, you get an automatic A.
In the class.
Just for that project.
Just for that
Just
project.
for that
Okay,
project.
okay,
right?
got you.
So of course, when he said this, I was thinking like, okay, I guess I'm getting an automatic A on the final.
You're welcome.
Thanks. So I covered this song and produced it a little bit and got that
beautiful.
Got that automatic A.
Yeah. Well, you did a beautiful job, and the original version of it was produced up in Reedfield, Maine, by everybody's favorite Ed Desjardins up in Reedfield. And if you guys are listening tonight, shout out to you. And let's see. So we're gonna do it. It's called Mary. Okay, here we go. I think it's fine. Yeah, my guitar was a little hot, so you're fine. You're fine. Yep. Here we go. Some boys in the kitchen keeping real good time with their shoes on the old floor. And Lucy, why don't you dress in lace? He's been waiting in the parlor since 5 o'clock. Hurry now, it's getting late. Why does it always rain on Sunday? And why is the sky so blue on Monday? Letters come and go on Tuesday. Wednesday always finds me washing, and Thursday always leaves me wondering if Friday you'll be there with me. There's some boys in the kitchen keeping real good time with their shoes on the old oak floor. And Lucy, why don't you dress in lace? He's been waiting in the parlor since 5 o'clock. Hurry now, it's getting late. Some things never change. Thanks, Baxter. That was awesome. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, so if you're just joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's our second Sunday at Blue, not at Blue. Second Sunday, not at Blue. I think that's what I'm going to say. We are not in the venue tonight. Sending a shout out to all our peeps over at Blue, though, and say we'll see you next month. I'll be having Sorcha Crib and Meryl join me next month. Just in case you're in the area and you'd like to come by, we will also be live streaming that. So that was really fun. To talk about homework. I got to be a part of the homework, and that was really.
You actually did one of the things that I had to do. You needed to have a recording of somebody singing, but I don't own a microphone, so
that's coming. I'm sure it's coming.
So I outsourced.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's all okay.
Outsourced to his mom.
I got that A.
Well, and it was nice to, I appreciate the work you've done. You had some really cool interpretations of the chord progression, because you were going on, having listened to it for years and listening to the recording and so forth. But you had some really cool chords that you threw in there on the project that you did. So thanks for honoring me with that. Appreciate it. And congratulations on your A.
Thank you.
And your B-.
We'll get to that.
Okay, we're going to get to that. So we have some Merle fans out there.
We do.
And thank you. Oh, Ermira. Ermira's listening in from Albania. We've got Ermira Bukrovka here. Hi, Ermira. Falamandarit Shume for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nice to see your name, and thanks for the lovely comments, Linda. And Isaac Andrews, nice to see you here. Let's see who else we got. This is sort of like, this is just a fun little thing. Yeah, so I think we've got, so leave a comment if you're in the room on YouTube or on Facebook. Do leave a comment so we can say hello to you, or you can just, if you're on Facebook, you can just like or love the post. You're also welcome to laugh at us. Well, I'll speak for myself. You're welcome to laugh at me.
her.
Laugh at
I'm
me.
cool.
Laugh with Baxter.
Yeah.
Laugh at me. Okay, that's how that goes. All right. So let's see what you got.
Let's see. I'm already on the back pickup. Good. The first style of music that I really got into was like sort of Merle Travis-y finger style stuff. Let me turn off which, even though we kind of credit Merle Travis with it, all he really came up with was the picking pattern, and he probably stole that from a coal miner. If you get that reference, I love you. So what Travis picking really is you have like alternating bass, muted with your palm, and you play melody on top of that.
So the muting.
Right?
So muting plus a alternating bass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alternating when you
Plus
can.
the
It's
melody.
not always practical.
So what was your first exposure to that style of music?
Sean Mencher.
Sean Mencher.
Yeah.
Our beloved
He's
Sean
the
Mencher.
reason I play with the thumb pick. So thanks, Sean. That kind of changed the way I play guitar forever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We were talking to Sean earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Shauna Bettina.
So what
If
this
you're
is,
listening in.
let me think. I'm gonna play Deep River Blues, which is by Doc Watson, I think, and he played it a little bit differently than I'm going to, because he didn't, thumb picking hadn't been invented yet, so he just did it like regular old finger style. And then after that, I'm gonna play Guitar Rag, which is by somebody, maybe Merle Travis. I don't remember, and I didn't look it up.
Who wrote Guitar Rag, people? There's your question.
Somebody get on it. And then after that, it'll be Saturday Night Shuffle and Cannonball Rag. That's what it is. That one is Merle Travis. I don't know who wrote Saturday Night Shuffle, but probably Merle Travis or a coal miner.
Right
Anyway, here we go.
All right. Actually, that was awesome. Wow.
We had our best people get on it, and it turns out Saturday Night Shuffle is by Merle Travis.
All right. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So, so tell me about that medley of tunes. There were, if I'm correct, there were a whole mess of tunes in there. I know you said earlier what you were going to play, but I'm curious about where those came from and how you decided to put them together.
I was thinking earlier, I'd like to play this medley, and then it occurred to me that I hadn't practiced the entire medley, so I removed the parts I didn't practice, and then that's what I just played. Does that answer your question?
It does. Okay. So, I forget, is that a medley that Tommy Emmanuel put together, or is that a Baxter Van West medley? Like
he has played all of those songs.
Okay.
I don't think in that order, but I mean, he's played a lot of shows. He's probably done it at some point.
At some point, yeah. So it's like 100 monkeys in a typewriter,
yeah,
or something like that. 100 monkeys with 100 typewriters will eventually write the works of Shakespeare.
Eventually, they'll figure out who wrote Saturday Night Shuffle.
Nice one, nice one. Well, that was great. I feel like I'm having a musical feast. So I appreciate that. So let's see. I'm gonna play another one, and have any requests? If anybody has a request for
smoke on the stairway. Wait. I got it.
Okay, hang on a second. We got a little something for you.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do
Okay.
that. No.
All right. You can see the sign on the wall over there.
Yeah.
Okay, I keep losing my guitar pick, but it's just behind my mug, so that's
This is
okay.
why I keep mine. This is the Baxter's guitar tip of the day.
Okay.
Keep a thumb pick on your head. Okay, that's in frame. On your headstock, and then you'll always have a pick, and they don't fall off because they're thumb picks.
Yeah. All right.
And everyone will know you're cool because you'll have a thumb pick on your
Okay.
headstock.
So, let me ask you a question about sort of generally speaking, guitar playing. You still seem to have like this the same, actually even more of a sense of at homeness and relaxation when you play. Am I picking up on that, or have you just gotten so much better that
I'm definitely pretty relaxed. I mean, like I said earlier, that's not a joke. When you've countless times had the experience of being in ear training class and not knowing how to read music, and then like, hey, okay, Baxter, do number 3, and then just not being able to do number 3. When you try to play anything and you know how to play that thing, it's easier. It's easier when you know what you're doing. And I've not known what I'm doing enough times now that when I do know somewhat what I'm doing, I'm already kind of relaxed.
Right.
Also, I'm just really comfortable on this instrument because I've had it for a little while and I've played it a while.
Yeah. So I know some things about this instrument. It was great out of the gate, but
it was. It had some.
But you did some. You made some changes to it.
I made one
major change. Yeah. So tell us about that.
So this is a Fender Telecaster Vintera 60. So it has all the sound of a 60s Tele with none of the electrical problems, which is nice. And I mean, I walked into Buck Dancer's Choice and I saw this hanging on the wall and I was like, wow,
we love you, Buck Dancers.
That's not like the other Telecasters. It has a Bigsby B5, and so I bought it the next day. I didn't think I was in the market for another guitar, but I had been working all summer and I could afford it, so I got this like 2 years ago. Got this.
About 2 years ago.
Yeah, like a year and a half ago. Summer of 2020 was when I got this. And so since then, the thing that's changed is that now, instead of having the stock Fender tremolo bridge, which is terrible unless you can set it up, and you need like a British car mechanics level of skill to set up one of those bridges and make it actually work.
And do you have that level of expertise?
Not even close. So it now has a Mastery M1 on it,
yeah,
which is a little expensive. But it's worth the money because
that was a recommendation from Ed Disjardin.
Yeah. And what's cool about it is that I can do this. Oh, wait, let me turn off the bypass. And we're still in tune.
Amazing.
That's the thing about it. That's absolutely
And
innovation
so,
that excites.
If I understand correctly, and we are going to get off this topic for those of you who are waiting for another song. Oh, Carol Thomas Knifes. Hey, how's it going? Love this. He'll hate hearing this, but wow, he's your mini-me.
I do hate hearing that.
Okay. Well, the mini-me was when you dressed up as me for Halloween. And when you were 11.
Yeah.
I'll send you pictures, okay, Carol? But anyway, but if I understand correctly, so when you push this Bigsby down, it's actually bending these strings, but it does it back here, and so this bridge keeps this length the same. So somehow like that, right?
Well, no. So when you use the Bigsby, it physically rotates a bar.
Okay.
Because this lever has a spring under it, and it's held there under spring tension. There's actually nothing holding that in. So if you're doing a bridge change, just be aware when you take all the strings off, this spring will fall out. So keep that in mind. But yeah, it rotates this thing here, which has the strings on it, and then that adjusts the tension on the strings a little bit.
Cool.
So you can go both ways.
Yeah, it's amazing that it stays in tune when you do that.
And it's just a really low friction bridge, basically.
All right. So if anybody's having problems with their Bigsby and they need intel on that, just hit me up on Facebook messaging, and I'll get you the information.
If you got a Mexican-made guitar like this one, the size for the bridge thimbles will not be correct. It'll be ever so slightly wrong, so you'll need to get a professional to go in there and drill that out. But I think if you have an American-made guitar, it drops right in.
Right on. Right on. Cool. Well, thanks for that. I appreciate it, Baxter. So I'm going to play another one. The year we said goodbye, there was no rift. Just a shutting down and corresponding, drifting to another place and time. There was no rhyme, only a reason. We wished upon a star and said one day our ship would fall. fall apart, a betrayal in the night. There'll be no fight, only treason. But oh, we've come so far. Perhaps it's written in the stars. And every time I look, another word is in the book of our lives. Never meant me harm, that much is true. But I never thought it all came down to you. In another place and time, there'd be both rhyme and a reason. And freedom is a right given at birth and taken by the gravity of earth. And the world looks blue and green. Nothing is exactly as it seems. Oh, we've come so far. Perhaps it's written in the stars. And every time I look, another word is in the book of our lives. And oh, the way the anchor to another port, another shore, another day, another current on the sea, another sense of what is you and what is me. Oh, the way she held me through another port, another hallway endlessly, another lock without a key, another sense of what is chained and what is free. Whoa, 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 whoa. Never meant me harm, not much is true. But I never thought it all came down to you. In another place and time, there'll be both rhyme and a reason. And freedom is a right given at birth and taken by the gravity of earth. All the world looks blue and green. Nothing is exactly as it seems. Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's a more recent one, right?
Yeah, it's a more recent one. It's yeah, thank you. That one is let's see. Well, I wrote it a couple years ago, and I was supposed to record it. I was scheduled to record that in May of 2020 out in California with Shane Alexandra, who is in fact tuning in. What's up, Shane? Thank you for stopping by. I've had some more time with it, so it's kind of I've been trying out different arrangements, and this actually was a different arrangement than I've played before. So yeah, it's a newer one. I'm glad you like it.
Wait, do you have that E string tuned way down?
Yeah. So for the guitar
C.
nerds out there, I have a drop C on the low E and a drop D on the high E, which gives this nice 9 note to the C chord. That's the 2 of the. Here's the
crazy idea. Lift up your pointer finger off that E string. Now it's a major 9. Just with the bass.
There it is. Yeah, that's a cool thing. So one of the things I love about some people are kind of intimidated by alternate tunings, but one of the things I love about them is that you can then take the chord shapes that you're familiar with playing and don't change anything, and just, so this is one I'd like to send out to people, something to try, is a drop C down here and a drop D up here, and then play the normal C chords that you're used to, and adjust them as necessary. But it's a great way to get a new sound, and if you're feeling a little stuck in your songwriting or something like that, sometimes an alternate tuning, there's bazillions of them. Sometimes just an alternate tuning will just get your kind of creativity flowing again.
Or like a weird chord. Go find a weird chord, like, oh,
yes,
that's cool. And
like a
then-
weird meaning out of the pattern.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
just something you don't normally use.
What's a weird chord, for instance, like in the key of C that you sometimes turn to? Like, if you can talk in numbers, it's fine.
A flat major 7.
A flat major 7. So in other words, if you're, ooh, that's nice.
So this is a C major 7, right?
And so what happens when you play in the key of C? There's the key of C right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know.
That's
A-
jazz C. Call that jazz C.
Also, four minor is a good one. So like,
Okay, so in the key of, yeah, that's a nice one. That's a great one to if you're just starting out trying some different things. Anyway, this is the music class part of the show, which is basically the entire show, along with remembering to laugh at me and laugh with Baxter. That's how that goes with the special guest. So yeah, so in other words, if you're playing in the key of C, using trying an F minor. So you've got C, F, G, and then try an F minor and see what happens.
The core concept here is modal mixture. This is what I was talking
Yeah.
about earlier.
Yeah.
If you have like, C. I can play scales.
Yeah, I bet you can.
No.
People are not here to hear us play scales, though.
Okay.
I will point
hang
that
on,
out.
hang on. I'll make it a point. All right.
Okay, you got 30 seconds.
So you got your chords, whatever, in your C, right?
You got 30 seconds.
Okay. So you're like all those different ones, right?
I'm
But
playing
in
my
C-
watch
in
through
C
my
minor,
pickup.
Different chords, and as it happens, you don't have a regular 6 in minor. You have flat 6. So you have flat 6 major 7. Isn't that interesting? Whoops. Kind of cool. Or the 4, instead of being major, is minor. Right? So
Okay.
this doesn't quite.
Anybody? You guys have that? Class? Okay, we better move on because we're going to lose some of our audience. Not everybody likes to nerd out about guitars the way Baxter and I do. Anyway. That's nice jazz. Well,
That is.
I think I just played one, so do you, how many more have you got that you...
How many more do people want?
Okay,
I
you
think
got
I
it.
have 2 more prepared,
Okay,
but
all right. Well, we're gonna play a few more here, and Baxter's got another one dialed in, and
Yeah.
Carol Thomas, yes, guitar sounds gorgeous. Yeah, Carol Thomas is a big Telecaster fan, so
you have
tasty
good taste,
Telecasters,
clearly.
tasty Telecasters. All right, what you got lined up there, Baxter?
This is one of Sean Mencher's tunes
Great, awesome.
called Comanche Moon. And is this being recorded? Will people be able to watch this later?
Yes, this is being
Okay,
recorded.
Well, and Sean,
yes.
when you watch this, I'm sorry, this is not the way you play it. This is the way I have come to play it after years of not listening to the original recording.
Okay, all right, cool. Baxter. Oh yeah, that was awesome. Wow, thank you. And that's Comanche Moon by Sean Mentor. Those of you who are not familiar with Sean, he actually lives up the street from us, but he's toured all over the world with his trio High Noon. He's been the recipient of Metropolitan Awards. He is an absolutely stellar human being, and we love you, Sean, and wonderful teacher.
He's an okay guitar player.
He's an okay guitar player. He's a fantastic guitar player. That guy lives and breathes guitars.
More
and
or less.
yep.
Yeah. I don't think he's ever more than maybe 20 feet from one.
I think that might be true, except
Actually,
maybe when he's working. Maybe when he's at work.
This is a little known fact. His great uncle actually was a guitar, so like it's in his blood, you know. It's
Sean, I hope you're listening to this. It's actually, there was a guitar in the family tree. That explains a lot.
It does.
Well, so I'm curious about one thing, which is that you were saying that you were giving that nod to Sean and the apology for not necessarily playing it like the record, which is what we do as musicians when we're covering something. We do tend to apologize about that sort of thing. But you said you changed. There was something that because I did hear a couple things in there. What is it that you added to that, and why?
E minor 11.
Okay.
Or not, that's not 11. That's E minor 9. My bad. I keep saying E minor 11. E minor 11 would have an F like this. What would it have? Yeah, we have G sharp. No, it had an A. It had an A in it.
Okay, so you just added a little
So-
something that was out of the pattern, because that's a pretty pentatonic kind of a tune, right?
Well, the melody is in the pentatonic
Okay,
scale,
right.
So
Yeah.
this has that 7th degree of a minor pentatonic in it.
Okay. Cool.
That's the minor pentatonic.
Yeah, it's really tasteful. I like
That-
that. It's very subtle what you did.
And that last
Yeah.
chord, this is kind of fun. What's neat about this is that
Sounds like a '60s TV show.
I think that's this chord actually. Let's see if I can.
Oh yes. Okay. All right. My
The
bad.
minor major 7. That's the.
Okay, that's the TV, the '60s TV.
It was around the back of the old same place. That's the one.
Okay, all right.
But what's cool about this is that the pentatonic scale has no 6th degree. That is a 6th degree, but it's not the 6th degree from the E minor scale. It's the 6th degree from the E Dorian scale. So that makes the ending a little more interesting, because I mean, you heard it. It's just better than doing that.
Yeah. So those were some little things that you added to
Also, I think usually when Sean plays it, he keeps rhythm, whereas I slow down and speed up at will
right,
during that.
right, yeah. You play with the tempo as part of the presentation, like the arrangement. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well, thanks for elucidating that stuff. Hope I don't break this string. Anybody nervous? Oh, we got a nice shout from Ellen Krause. Very good. Thank you. Jacqueline Hawkins, thank you so much for the nice comments. Appreciate it. I'd have to agree with you. It's really a pleasure to sit here with you, Baxter. Let's see. I'm going to play... I keep changing my mind. See, those of you who are just tuning in, I promptly lost my set list that I made on Friday. And a second before the show.
If you don't have a set list, you can't lose it. That's where I'm ahead
that's
of the
where
game.
you're coming from?
I never had a set list.
So here's what I'm thinking. You got one more lined up, right? And you wanted to go last? Okay, so I'm thinking I might play a couple.
Please.
And this one's going to be in the key of D, and it's where I stand. And if it's familiar to you and you want to pick around, feel free. If not, don't feel
I'm
pressure.
afraid I don't know where I stand or where I am.
You've never heard that song before, have you? That's the thing. I have to say, I have to give you a thank you, a retroactive thank you here to you and your sibling Charles for listening to these songs so many times when you were growing up. Now I can surprise you once in a while, but I used to not be able to sneak up on you with any songs because you heard them all many, 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 many times. So. I'm actually going to put my headphones on for this one so I can really hear myself.
I get that one on, one off look. You know?
I'm going to get that one on, one off look. I chose my headwear tonight so that I could take the headphones on and off. That was part of the preparation. And so let's give this one a try. I actually did not rehearse this, so Shane Alexander, I'm just going to tell you, I apologize. We're apologizing to people. Now you've done an apology, and I've done an apology. But let's see what we can make out of this, shall we? I'm standing in this darkened room and don't know why I'm here. Some things that I once understood are not completely clear. The night has made a silhouette of all that I hold dear. I'm hanging on to shadows and none of it is real. I know that you are with me, and can I touch your face? Edges tell the story of a world that's been erased. And darkness took the clarity the longing has replaced. Forgotten every answer, but these questions will not wait. And I don't know where I stand. I don't know just where I am. It's a missing door to a promised land. A broken lock and the key in my head. Every little bit's a bit too much, and every little touch a bit too rough for me. Whoa, standing in the light of what's been said, the moonrise turning the sea to red. It's impossible to know anything. 7 times the blindfold, 7 times the light. The day breaks through my window, but I'm still not seeing right. I'm caught up in the glare of all we thought we couldn't say. I cannot let it go, and yet we've got to find a way. I don't know where I stand, and I don't know just where I am. It's a missing door to a promised land, a broken lock and the key in my head. Nice, Baxter. Thank you. That was fun. All right. Thank you. So let's see. I should do one more, and then maybe you can take it out.
Sure.
Let's see. What do I want to play? I'm going to give some announcements after the song. You have any requests of songs that they?
Music.
Great idea. Okay. Okay. You have 30 seconds, people. I'm going to make a couple announcements, and then you can. Thank you, Leslie. You got chills. Thank you. That was actually probably the best job I've done singing that song in a minute. I tell you, being in the middle of this it feels like forever the middle of this pandemic, but it definitely has been great to have live streaming to keep the chops up in the throat area. Just saying. I'm trembling. Let's see. I'm gonna quit stumbling over my words. I'm gonna play another song. So to go out, I think I'm gonna play the title track from my first record, Something Real. And if there is a burning request, I hope you will please put it in the comments. Any of Jenny Van West songs that we haven't played yet that you would like to hear.
Aside from Happiness to Burn, have you played anything off of your second record?
I just did. That one was on my second record.
That was on your second. See,
Yeah.
It's all a blur to me.
I don't expect you to remember exactly what's on my first and second records, but yeah. Well, I mean, I made that. The second record was made I recorded that in 2017, almost 5 years ago. I know. It was like you were in middle school. It was a lifetime ago.
Wow.
So, yeah. So I think I'm gonna play this title track from my first record, Something Real, and again, if it all comes flying back to you like the hot kiss at the end of a wet fist, feel free to join in. Otherwise, try and behave yourself till I get back over here. All right, we have one more listener that I haven't acknowledged yet. I know you're in here. Let's see here. No, I think we got everybody. That's good. That's good. We're caught up. All right. Looking for a love that doesn't possess, looking for chaos that isn't a mess. I'm looking high and I'm looking low. Well, it don't matter what you came here for, a hot cup of coffee and an old screen door. Looking for everything, nothing at all. Just want something that'll stick to the wall. The kind of thing that you can't possess. A lost dog wandering through the middle of town, with a Cadillac with the top rolled down. Give me something real, give me something right, so I don't have to fear, so I don't have to fight. Whoa, looking for a friend so sweet and kind, looking for a drug that won't hurt my mind, the kind of blues that won't get you down, down, down. Well, it don't matter what you came here for, a hot cup of coffee and an old screen door. Give me something real, give me something right, so I don't have to fear, so I don't have to fight. Whoa. have come to the end of our time together. I think we're just about there.
And then I'm leaving forever. I'm never coming back.
never come back. Well, actually, I hope that we can do this again sometime. Maybe when you're back in town, we can do a little live streaming. Do it again sometime. I really want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. If you, and Fred White, truly a pleasure to catch you two tonight. Grateful to the algorithm gods for plopping your show on my screen. Nerd on. All right, man. I can't wait to see you at Maine Fiddle Camp. That's my plan. I want to give a couple thanks here. Staff at Blue, everybody at Blue, thank you so much for my second Sunday monthly residency there, from whence I am normally live streaming. I will be there next month. Second Sunday, Blue at 650A Congress Street. And Saoirse Cribben Merrill, amazing lady, singer-songwriter, banjo player, guitar player, wonderful person, incredible teacher. She's going to be hanging out with me next month at Blue. I will be on the air tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, for our first Monday postcards of the year. I'm really excited to do that. There'll be a letter from Grandma. I got tons of mail that I picked up today, so I'm going to be sharing all of that tomorrow. We will be doing Deals and Steals. We are back in the game, everybody, and I'll also be introducing who's coming up for our Thursday shows. So Postcards with Jenny Van West, that's here on Facebook, also over on also on YouTube if your preference is to listen there. And Linda, thank you. Yeah, what a pleasure. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chiming in with the request from Earl Trav. Or let's see, she requested jazz.
Jazz.
Yes, thanks for the thanks for the
more jazz. That's what I'm about to do.
more jazz. There's a little more jazz coming up. And I also wanted to call attention to, in the ticker at the bottom, I am raising money tonight for a 6-guitar library. I hold free guitar classes for recent immigrants and their families. I help people set up music programs and do stuff like that with the immigrant population here in Maine. I have a ton of friends out there, giving you all a shout out if you're listening in. Wonderful. Grandma and Grandpa, thank you. G-Ma and G-Pa down in Maryland. Yay! Glad you caught it. So anyway, if you are so inclined, I have to pay that off tomorrow. I am. There's a couple different ways you can send me a Venmo. You will be entered in a drawing for a Jenny Van West care package that includes my vinyl record, a couple CDs, some stickers, and of course a postcard from yours truly. And that will be a drawing for all the contributors to that fundraiser. So you can either send it directly through Maine Academy of Modern Music. Link is down in the ticker. You can also just Venmo me and let me know it's for the IMC. For guitars. Okay. And so Baxter, thank you so much for making the time tonight, for hanging out, coming downstairs and
it was all the way down the stairs with all my equipment that I already have.
So anyway, this is going to be our last tune of the night. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It's been a real pleasure to hang out here, especially giving a shout out to my family, all my fans and friends, and of course the Baxter fans, because I know there are a bunch of them on here who've been
moms of screaming fans. Okay, so this piece is what I played for my proficiency exam.
What's a proficiency exam?
It's your guitar final at Berkeley. Basically,
Okay.
you show up and then they say, okay, cool, you have a guitar. I want you to play the G sharp major scale from the 4th degree, and then you do that.
Okay, so you're gonna play us the G sharp major from the 4th degree. Okay.
Let's see, G sharp major from the 4th degree.
No.
So let's see. That's
Okay, so-
that's
no,
C
no,
sharp
no.
Lydian.
Stop.
No, I'm gonna do it. I've got too much invested. There we go.
Cool. All right. Right on.
There you go.
So this is a piece you play at the end of the semester.
Yeah, and so basically you show up, you do your scales or whatever. They give you some sight reading, which they gave you weeks in advance, so it's not actually sight reading. And then you do a performed piece, and this is what I did. I will say, you learn some interesting things about people from studying their music. Like, for example, Tommy Emmanuel has very bendy fingers. This maneuver here, like bending my middle finger like that, that's a Tommy trick. There was a lot of hyperextending and pain that got me there. And Wes Montgomery, he has some unique things about his hands too, namely that they're just enormous, oversized men. That's like I have I feel like pretty average sized hands. Wes Montgomery made me feel like a soy boy while I was practicing this.
So this is a Wes Montgomery composition.
I don't know if he wrote it or not.
Okay.
I think he did. But
He
anyway,
performed it.
it's called While We're Young. There's a transcription on YouTube, so it's really easy to learn if you want to learn it. Anyway.
All right.
Here we go.
Thanks, Baxter. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, it is the end of our time. Thank you so much, Baxter. That was absolutely beautiful, and thanks for making the time. Thanks to all of you for being here. Lots of love. Stay safe, stay well. I will be on the air tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, probably talking about how much fun I had here tonight with you. Anyway, so lots of love, and we'll see you soon.